throwing here to start the drive. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. 2nd and 3. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
This defense for the Broncos, they were terrific last week in the victory over Kansas City.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's what you would consider a goal for each and every defense, because if you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team because you expect your offense to score more than that. That's what you're looking for. Room to improve, of course, but I'd have to say a very solid performance.
It's a 7-yard gain and good enough to move the chains.
The Browns at 7-3 now on the year. And they have certainly got it rolling as of late. Winners of 6 in a row.
And I think this is where, as a head coach, you show your team some trust. Instead of just talking about winning, the very next game, you point out to them, we're on a nice run here. And if we keep doing this, we'll be playing at home in the postseason. And we know that can ride us all the way to the Super Bowl if we get that done.
A good pickup there of 22.
That's going to be a good matchup for him. Using him out of the backfield, telling those linebackers, hey, you're not only going to have to try and run with him, but you're going to have to try and tackle him in the open field.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory, right at the 40. Back to throw again. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. They'll look to throw again.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. Now a play fake here on 1st down. That's going to be caught. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. DJ Moore, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Browns put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. Lutz good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. Wishing he had a mulligan. That's not how you want to start the game.
Not at all, because not only do you give up the penalty and good field position, but it just kills the momentum of your team as you start a game.
Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
On 2nd and 7, Pickett. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Pickett.
And this is going to be incomplete.
I'm quite sure that they envisioned a much better start to this game when they practiced all week. They failed on that third down play. That brings up fourth down, and they'll probably have to punt it away.
This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a two-game losing streak can have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum down.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. There he goes, right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Well, this has been a flawless start for them. They score, they get the stop, and they score again, Charles.
Complimentary football at its finest. You just mentioned how they got it done. They scored. The defense got the ball back for them. They score again. That's the way you win ball games.
Lutz with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
A fairly short kick from the 14. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. They bring a man off the corner that time, and he gets home for a loss of 6. After the sack on first down, Pickett, he's going to float this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 30.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. Second and 5 now. Pickett finding his safety valve here. That's complete.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. What a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And he will be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
Going for it on fourth down. Here's Pickett.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Broncos unable to convert here on fourth. And this Browns defense stands tall. Well, down 2 touchdowns already. I guess they felt they needed to go for it, but still early, still first half.
I think conventional wisdom says, look, as you point out, you got a whole half to play. Hang in there. Don't give up any more points in this situation. Do a little adjusting at the half and come out ready to go. But sometimes those coaches can just sense their team. Maybe they're a little flat or they need a little extra inspiration. And he decided to go for it there to try and kickstart things.
So
1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll look to throw here. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Now a dump off here complete. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. They're going to look to throw. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, the first 2 drives yielded touchdowns, so there's no reason for them to feel like they have to pull back on the reins. They pushed it downfield, looking for another one right there. Didn't get it, but we know they're going to continue to be bold.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Moore. And he is going to have a Browns 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And the Browns are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. They'll drop to throw. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
This is where good coaching and execution come into play, because down this close, you absolutely don't want to turn it over. Good job keeping that in mind as he escaped, bought time, and decided throwing it away was his best option.
2nd and 5. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Stops short, down at the 1. Had the broken tackle, but couldn't get it all the way home. So they take the flag and the yardage that comes with it. Here's another 1st and goal, but from a little further back this time following the penalty. Oh, how about this call down near the goal line? And he takes this one in for a Brown score. A great play there. His 1st rushing touchdown of the year. And the Browns take a 3-touchdown lead. Lutz good on the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. From the 10. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here, because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes
into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Browns are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football, because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be?
He's got a man complete. A big play that time for Cleveland. 64 yards. Well, that didn't take long. 1 play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. Looking to throw. And it's caught. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll set up a throw to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And that's going to be caught for the Browns. Touchdown. Deontay Johnson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Browns are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Lutz with the extra point, and it is 28-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football, and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Throwing on 2nd and long. Pickett. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's got some space here. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. A big pickup of 38.
And I think that's a pretty good illustration of why they try to get the football into his hands out of the backfield. That was something else.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. That one goes for 24 yards. This is 1st and goal, and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal. They'll give to Spiller. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown.
Isaiah Spiller
taking it in from a yard out.
And the Broncos are on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And it's now a 28-7 ball game.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off.
And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Cleveland offense ready to go.
And just inside of a minute left, Charles. They got a pretty long field ahead of them. I'm curious to see how they play this, but you would think definitely enough time to at least try to get 3 out of this.
Yeah, you want to move with a nice sense of pace. You want to up the tempo a little bit, but you have to do it with some poise as well. You don't want to go so fast that you hurry yourself into mistakes. There's enough time to put points on the board if they do it right.
And even though they have the lead, you know that they would love to extend this lead before heading to the locker room.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Malik Hooker. And the Broncos are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered. They'd had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
He's got a man complete. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
To the air on first down with Pickett.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting it once, you get first half scores just like this one.
Meanwhile, Pickett's throw here going to be caught by Wilson. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
Now another timeout called for by the offense. Actually means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Dialing up another pass here. Pickett.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
The average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
Here we go. It's Pickett on fourth down.
Able to complete this to Chenault. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. Both sides were holding their breath there on that fourth down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
They'll send a receiver in motion left.
Working out of the gun, it's Pickett.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver.
Laviska Chenault
In the final seconds of the first half.
And the Broncos are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And that cuts the lead to 28-14.
Rodrigo Blankenship set to kick off.
4 seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away.
Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men.
They're going to take this up close to the 40, so really good starting field position.
They'll throw now on the final play. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway.
A fairly short kick from the 14. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
On second down, Spiller looking for space. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 48-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple.
And they'll send the tight end in motion left.
They keep it on the ground with Spiller.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
First and 10 is Spiller.
And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
That could have been a huge play, but give the defender credit. Stayed calm, stayed collected, and kept himself in a position to make a play on the ball without a penalty.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not easy to hold on to.
This old brain remembers. When I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Now Pickett on 4th down.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And this Browns defense stands tall. The Browns drive about to get started. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Baron Browning in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
He'll drop to throw. And he finds a man with a crossing route.
Finding space at the 40.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And he'll throw this one away. I don't think he's out of the pocket, no. Here comes the flag.
Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. They'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Are we on the same page here, partner? Because I think they have the right idea. Just take what you can get on 3rd and forever.
Yeah, in real life, I'd say yes. It's just these video games are tempting. You want to go downfield with it.
I like the way you've evolved. You know, you've learned how to play it the Madden way.
Fielded at the 20.
And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt.
And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think they look with determination and a dash of anger.
Misconnection there. He's had just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver 1st down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Pickett now to throw off the play fake.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 32. They dial up the corner once that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss.
Defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not winning for him.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Third and long for Pickett.
Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
The pressure, the hits, the sacks have been coming at him all game long. I'm frankly surprised that they haven't found a solution yet to create more time for him to throw it or maybe change what they do on offense.
And that's one of the biggest differences in this game and why they're losing right now.
They are going for it. Here's Pickett.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
And the Browns are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw or maybe the ball's...
And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. He'll look to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. The Browns on third down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This will be third and forever. Chase Young. That's now back-to-back sacks, and it brings up fourth down.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
That one in the books as a 64-yard punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. A huge play there for Denver. 63 yards.
And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished.
They'll run here with Spiller. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal.
Pickett.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that will lead to a 3rd and goal. If you're going to pass down here, you want to get that in the end zone.
I agree with you totally. And as we both know, the field's already condensed. There's just not a lot of space. So you've got to create some by getting some people downfield into the end zone. If you want to throw it short, you've got to have some movement, some room in order to do that. That one didn't work.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. So now 4th and goal. You're trailing by a decent amount here. What are you doing, Coach Davis?
Well, I've got to think to myself, just how many more opportunities am I going to have this close and have this chance? I've got to go for it right here. The clock's dwindling on me. Let's go get it done.
Pickett, 4th down, desperation time.
Touchdown, Broncos.
Jerry Jeudy
From 4 yards out.
and the Broncos have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
And with that last touchdown, I mean, we're set up for a good finish here. Some things to consider, Charles. Obviously, it's a very close game. You're in the 4th quarter. Defensively, they've got all 3 timeouts in their back pocket.
So the chess match really ramps up, doesn't it? Because in these situations, what do? Do you run the ball and kill the clock here? Or do you try and bury them with another score? And how about defensively? Do you use your timeouts to raise opportunity? Or wait till you hit the 2-minute warning? So there's a lot going into this one. Let's see how each side goes about their strategy.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. He'll look to throw. He finds his man complete. That's Jacobs. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 33. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. They got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down if they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up. That'd be the time to do it.
Counter play with Jacobs. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. That one looks like he'll throw here. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming third down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of momentum. The other side is starting to gain.
Back to throw here. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So a big one coming now for Will Lutz. This to perhaps salt this one away. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out.
So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
From the 10. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
And the Browns' pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
Here's Pickett.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Interception there. That means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. On first down, he'll drop to throw. He's got it. Touchdown, Browns. Josh Jacobs, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Browns add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Lutz good on the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
From the 10.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
And they take a knee.
Scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League, but fun to watch these offenses. They were really clicking. It seemed like everything that they dialed up worked.
Yeah, it certainly was fun.